resident of Dalton. What do you think about that hire?
They need to do a better job of background checking. That's awful.
Residents of South Suburban Dalton reacting to a Fox 32 investigation that found a new village employee with a dangerous criminal past.
He is a registered. He's now been hired by the village to go into people's homes and businesses.
Now, furious village trustees are taking steps to curb the mayor's power. Fox 32's Dane Placco broke the story, and he has the latest from Dalton.
What is the situation involving your background?
Well, my background, a childhood background, over 30 years ago.
No comment.
Now, I'm not trying to judge this brother, but just his tone and his inflection and the way he talks, I wouldn't think that this would be a city employee. I would think that this was just some homeboy off the streets. And I know you can't judge people because I have that sound. But I'm not, a code inspector that's going to come into your house on behalf of the city. But, and I know the brother did like 20-something years in the pen, and he just came home. So he ain't been home long. He did a bunch of time. But just the way he sounds, it's not a good look because I'm trying to work with the brother because he paid his cost. One thing about this brother did not get off scot-free. So I'm trying to work with him. It ain't like, a lot of the cases we see, these brothers, they do all this stuff and they sitting home, chilling, talking about it on the internet. This brother paid the cost. He did the time. He served his jack. So I don't want to have the same tact I have with other people we talk about on this channel. But just the way he talk, it just sounds like a local homie. It's not a good look. I would like for this brother to be more professional.
What is the situation involving your background?
Well, my background, a childhood background, over 30 years ago.
No comment.
46-year-old Lavelle Redmond wasn't happy to see us when we encountered him today behind Dalton Village Hall. But listen again to the person on the phone telling him to stop talking.
30 years ago.
No comment.
We don't know who that is, but we do know who got Redmond his village job. Redmond is close to new Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and worked on her campaign.
And these sisters, man, they're from the same place. She's from the same place. Like, these sisters are not from the moon. They're from the stand. So she's used to being around men that are prison, violent offenders, because this guy what he did was horrible, but he served his penalty for it. Like, they're not like other, pasty liberal women are the same, but they're really scared on the inside. They're just doing it for their virtue signaling. But these women, they literally don't care. Like, it doesn't bother them that you're a psychopath or, a hardened criminal, like someone who did time in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? With this charge, this is a charge you go to the pen for. You got to be a man to stand on that. You know what I mean? So this is a man. This is a real. And they're used to being around that because they're from the stand. And as these sisters get more and more positions, like you see them with the mayors of all the cities, the congresswomen, not many senators, but you see them in a lot of congresswomen, a ton of mayors, a ton of police chiefs, a metric ton of city council members and aldermen. As you see more and more of that, you're going to see more and more of this, and more of lightening the laws, lightening the sentences, making everything, pro-criminal and criminal-friendly society. Because this brother, it's just a regular brother to her. This ain't like some psychopath to her. This is a regular brother to her.
Redmond is close to new Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and worked on her campaign. Records obtained by Fox 32 show that on September 20th, Redmond was hired as a code enforcement officer for the village of Dalton, a job that gives him access inside homes and businesses, which is why Dalton residents were shocked when we showed them what we found online.
Oh my God! Don't they supposed to do background checks before they allow these people in these kind of positions?
One would think, right?
Yes.
That's because Redmond is listed as a child sex offender on the Illinois State Police Registry. He served 24 years of a 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang rape and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 1991.
So he's been home since 2015. And at the time, 1991, he was 16. Okay? So, and it depended on what time it was. He could have been 15 or 16, depending on the date that the incident took place. So he was a young man as well. However, as we know, age ain't nothing but a number when it comes to crime in this day. We see these young people, this is like the majority of the suspects, the assailants on this channel are young people that age. And they're unrepentant, unremorseful, demon-seated. So, but it's not like he was a 50-year-old guy and did this to some. He was a young dude, and they did this to him and his buddies did this to some other young guys. But the thing is, you know how easy the system is on brothers. The system is extremely light on brothers. Trust me, I've been in the system. I mean, you got to throw boulders. You literally got to throw boulders. All the brothers in the penitentiary, they earned their way there. Okay? He got 24 years. That's telling me they did some sadistic things, man. They went above and beyond the call of duty with whatever they did. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill situation in a bando somewhere. This was some sick stuff. Because they not giving no young dude, 15-year-old, 17, he'd be home the same day. We see, you know what I mean? He would have been home the same day most of the time. He got 24 years? Yikes.
That's because Redmond is listed as a child sex offender on the Illinois State Police Registry. He served 24 years of a 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang rape and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 1991. News reports at the time say Redmond was one of 4 young men who kidnapped the girls and took them to an abandoned garage where they were sexually assaulted and beaten with boards and guns.
I would be terrified to know now if he had come to my house to do a code inspection. I would be terrified.
That's crazy. I don't know. He won't get in my house, though.
Dalton trustees say Redmond was hired directly by Mayor Henyard and her village administrator, former Cook County Circuit Court Clerk Dorothy Brown. Did the trustees have any input in this hire?
No, the trustees have not had any input on any hire since the swearing in of this administration.
We tried talking to Mayor Henyard, but a police officer in front of her home told us we couldn't knock on the door. Later,
How ironic. These defund the police sisters, the cops is running around hunting our brothers for no reason whatsoever. Can't figure out a reason why they would be chasing our brothers. It must be the only logical answer is that it's racism. And police are just bad to the bone. These same sisters, she got a cop out in front of her house. Private security, 24-hour detail. Just like Cori Bush in St. Louis, the congresswoman in St. Louis that was defund the police. Remember her? We did the video on her. She defund the police. Racism. Sun men never did nothing wrong. Everybody messing with Sun men for no reason whatsoever. She got a private security detail. That's why I tell you, these sisters, this whole divestment movement online, where we divest and police need to do their, that's just a grift. 2024 roll around, they all gonna be back with their woke marching and protesting, talking about we shall overcome. Pookie ain't did nothing, leave Pookie alone, why y'all lock Pookie up? They just doing this in the years between election time. This is the kill time between elections. It is a grift, man. I guarantee you, none of these sisters you see talking about all this divestment stuff and all this cleaning up the community and getting rid of the bad seeds. I promise you they won't be talking that late 2023 and 2024 when their Democratic masses come and call them to galvanize the community to go out and vote. I guarantee you they won't. Promise you. And a lot of y'all probably like, no way this is a grift. Watch.
We tried talking to Mayor Henyard, but a police officer in front of her home told us we couldn't knock on the door. Later, the mayor issued a statement. I and the village of Dalton take the safety of our residents very serious, and we would never put our residents in jeopardy. In regard to the matter of the employee who's the subject of recent news stories, know that the incident referred to occurred nearly 30 years ago, and they paid their debt to society. We believe that a person can be rehabilitated, and we believe in second chances.
You know, I'm for second chances, but the fact that he's on the registry and the fact that he's going inside of homes, that's what caused an alarm and caused concern for me in regards to my safety and the rest of the residents.
So all the trustees and son people and sisters and the mayor's assistant, pray for Dalton. Pray for Dalton, man. Pray for Dalton. Okay? Pray for Dalton. Dalton don't stand a chance, man.
Registry and the fact that he's going inside of homes, that's what caused an alarm and caused concern for me in regards to my safety and the rest of the residents.
In Dalton, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.